Well, hey guys, we are live. What is going on out there this morning? Brent Abel here, webtennis.com. Another episode. Whoa, around 7. Yeah, it's 7:05 a.m. out here, Saturday morning. West Coast, California, Desert Rancho Mirage, the Mission Hills Country Club. Really looking forward to some 9 a.m. grass court. King of the Hill singles. We got 3 guys coming out today, and we got a nice little format that's kind of fun that kind of keeps everyone involved. So no one's sitting out waiting around to come in. Look, guys, looking forward to that. Hoping you've got some tennis on tap today, for sure, this weekend, wherever you are. Today we're going to talk about a really simple shot choice method that I want you to try this weekend, and then get back to me. Let me know if it kind of simplified shot choice for you. And but before we get into that, a couple of things. Number one, look, if you love 7 around 7, these daily live episodes, I think today's number 173 out of the last 175 days. I know I played hooky a couple of days over the last 175, whatever that is, since November 2nd of last year. But look, if you really love this kind of instruction and you're getting some value from it, would love to show your support. The way to do that is down below in the description area. There's a link that will take you over to webtennisgear, GEAR.com, and pick up a t-shirt over there, right? We've got men's shirts, women's shirts. We've also got some women's tank tops as well. But would love to show your support. Would love to have you show your support. And any order, whatever it is, could be just one shirt. I'm happy to throw in a complimentary, normally valued at $97, stroke technique course for you. I've got one of 7 that you can choose from as a way of me saying thank you. So look, guys, down below is that link, and would really appreciate your show of support. Thank you for that. So look, let's talk about shot choice. I've been working the last couple of weeks with Dave Sievertson over at La Quinta Resort down here, and we're just getting out in the court, and he's just feeding me some balls. Primarily, I'm working on forehand and backhand, just trying to clean up a few things. But one of the things that he's reminded me of that makes so much sense is something that I heard a long time ago from my really good friend Bill Mays, who's the women's coach at UC Davis here in California, up in Northern California. And he originally got this from Coach Bill Glaves. Bill is in Houston, and by the way, is coming out with a new doubles product called the Tennis Wall, which when it's available, hope you guys will check it out and pick it up. But he called it power lines, and power lines were basically, the way I understood it from Bill Mays, was that whatever direction the ball is being sent to you, whatever the incoming direction is, just take your shot. Your shot choice is to go right back up that line. Now, look, if the ball is coming really close to that sideline, meaning that it's coming up the line, then maybe you want to bring it a little bit more inside in terms of going back up that line. But other than that, sometimes what we can do is, if we're just kind of confused about where we want to play shots, take the shot choice out of it, and whatever the line is that comes to you, just hit your shot right back up along that line. That's something that Dave has been reminding me of recently. And one of the great benefits, well, there's really 2 great benefits, is number one, shot choice is eliminated. I don't have to go through the laundry list of, well, shall I go cross court? Shall I go up the line? Shall I go in third of the middle? Is it a rally ball? Am I playing a dropper? Whatever it is, shot choice is now eliminated. I'm just playing my swing is just going directly up the line. So that's number one. But number 2, what happens is I'm getting a sense of being able to drive right through the ball out towards the target, not worry about that baseline over there. And it kind of goes with that old teaching thing that we used to do, which is still so appropriate, that, if you were to if you were to think about contact, and I think one of the problems that we've had recently with so much talk about topspin is we don't really drive through the ball towards our target as much as we used to, right? And that doesn't mean that you're totally a linear swing from back behind the ball, through the ball, forward, and then you stop the swing way out in front. It's not what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about that old teaching cliche of why not swing out through, imagine that you've got 3 or 4 or 5 tennis balls all lined up in a row that you're swinging out towards the target, right? And so one of the things that Dave has been great to remind me of recently is that it's really those two things, is just your shot choice is just to replicate the same line that came to you in terms of where you're going to hit your next shot, and to make sure that when you do that, you're swinging through the ball right back along that line. Now, look, sure, at some point you end up, I'm not saying that you've got to do the classic, wrap the racket down your back and all that stuff, because I think, okay, yeah, you can get some spin doing that. But let's be honest, how often do you try to go hit a topper and the ball just has some spin, it ends up short and sits up for your opponent because you're trying to either windshield wipe and get off the ball, or you're trying to finish way back behind you, meaning you're coming up to contact and immediately pulling the racket back. And you actually want to be able to feel like you're driving out through the ball. Are you getting some top? Of course you are. You're getting some, but you're not getting such an extreme thing that you're not hitting 3 or 4 tennis balls, but you're hitting like a quarter of a ball and you're coming off it. So I want you to try this. I want you to get out in the court and look, you could do this with a return to serve as well. I mean, this is so easy to do in singles for sure. Whatever direction the serve comes, just hit it back up along the same line it came, right? If they take you out wide, then go ahead and hit that thing cross court along the same line. If they play you down the tee with the serve, right back along that line, and make sure that you're hitting back through it as if you're hitting through 3 or 4 or 5 tennis balls that are placed along that path, right? That power line, in the words of the great Bill Mays / Bill Glaves. So guys, hope this has helped. Hope you'll get out and try this. I'm tinkering with it. And when I do it right, it's effortless. It's really effortless. And I think the big thing is now with the string technology and the racket technology, we get a little jumpy because there's so much more natural power in these rackets and the strings that we're now worried about that baseline over there. Can we actually keep the ball in play? And actually, if you lengthen through the hitting zone, you control that baseline. The big method now has been, well, the way you control the baseline is you got to come in with this major grip change. You got to go semi to full Western forehand. You've got to have this swing shape that's going to add all this topspin just so you don't fly the ball deep. And look, let's be real. Oh gosh, let's be real. Why don't we not talk about theory? Let's talk about reality. You can actually drive your swing out towards your target, and the ball's not going to fly on you. It's not going to fly on you. Look, if you bring in too much racket speed in anything, there's a chance the ball is going to go deep. But if you can control your racket speed to something that's reasonable and drive through those 3 or 4 tennis balls out towards the target, which has been the line provided to you by your opponent, kind of a no-brainer. So, all right, guys, that's it for me today. I'm going to keep this under 10 minutes. I know yesterday Jeff and I just went on and on for an hour plus. So kind of false advertising with around 7 yesterday. Anyway, guys, would love to read your comments, your questions down below in the comments area, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. If you are on Facebook, you can direct message me if you got any questions or want to give me some feedback, or shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com. If you love today's video and you love 7 around 7, please hit that like, the share, subscribe if you're over at YouTube. Make sure you hit the notification bell over at YouTube so that you get notified every time we go live or I upload new instructional content for you. Trying to get through this before we get to 10 minutes. Anyway, guys, that is it for me today. Get out there today. help another human have a spectacular day. Guys, we'll do this again, or I'll see you again next time